Hello guys, this is Deepika from mytutorialrack.com. In this tutorial, we are going to start working on our Lightning app. The first object that we will create for our Lightning app Technology Center development is the object called Technology Center. So how we will create this object, Technology Center? So the first thing is we will go back to our developers account, and under this we will go to the setup. So here we're going to go ahead and look for objects. So this is going to be the first thing, objects. We're going to go ahead and look for the objects and click on Object Manager. Here we can go ahead and create a custom object. So click on this create and then click on this custom object. So now we are going to create a custom object. So what is the name of the object? So the name of the object is Technology Center. So this is going to be the name of our object, Technology Center. Plural label would be Technology Centers. So we're going to go ahead and we'll call it as Technology Center. Does it start with a vowel sound? No, so we will leave it unchecked. And then record name. So this is one of the field that will be created when we create this object, and is called Technology Center name. You can either choose a text or a auto number. So we are going to keep it as a text because this is going to be, it will tell you the name for the technology center. So let's say we are building a technology center for Bank of America, or I'm building it for Chase Bank or Wells Fargo Bank, or let's say any company called XYZ, Facebook IT office. So all that, so right? So this is going to be a technology center. We're going to create the record name. What kind of features do you want to allow? I wanted to allow the reports on this object, activities, track the field history, allow in the chatter group, all that. So leave everything as default. Deployment status. So when you think your object is ready to be deployed and should be available to other users, then we can put it into the deployed status. If you're still working on it and if you do not want to share your object or your progress with anybody, you can leave it in the development mode. So we will leave it as deployed. Search status. So you can see here we have this global search available. Do you want this object to be available in the global search? Yes, we wanted to make this enable, so you can go ahead and users can find the records of this object type when they search. So when you search here, you will be able to find the records for this object. Object creation options. Do you want to create a custom tab for this object? So do you want it to have a separate tab for this object? Yes, I wanted to create a custom tab for this object. So what will I do is I will go ahead and hit the save button, and it will ask me for the tab style. So what kind of style you want to create for the tab. So you can pick any of these icons. So let's say Technology Center, it's like a building, right? Do you see anything with a building? Yes. So we're going to go ahead and use this building icon and then hit next. So these are the standard list of profiles Salesforce has given to you. Now it is asking you that do you want this tab to be visible to all these profiles or only to specific profiles? So you can choose specific profiles, or you can leave it default on for all these profiles, and then we will go ahead and hit the next button. Now, where do you want to include this object? What particular application do you want this tab to be available? So right now, we do not want anything because we have not created our custom application, right? We have just created our first custom object, and we're going to go ahead and hit the save button. So this is what I've done. I have created my first custom object, and I've enabled the reports, activities, etc. So now if you go to your schema builder, if you go to the schema builder here, you will see an object created called as Technology Center. So if you go ahead and clear all, and if you scroll down here under the T, you will see an object created called Technology Center. And by default, these are the standard fields that gets added whenever you create a object. Created by, last modified by owner. These are the standard set of fields which every object will have. Technology Center name is the field that gets created when you create this object. So we have provided the name. So this is what our custom object is. We've created our first custom object. In the next tutorial, we are going to see how to create our custom application, which will have this custom object, right? We have not yet started working on the application. We just created our first custom object. So what did I do? I went to the setup here. So if you go back, if you want to remember, I went to the setup here, and under the setup, you go to the object. So here you have object. So you go to the object manager, and here under the object manager, you can create a new object. You can provide the information about your objects. Now, object manager also has, if you go to the object manager, you will see this is the technology center object that we just created, and it tells you the date. And it also, there is the field label, there is a label, and there is an API name. So the API name is __C. So this is the name if you want to refer your custom object in your Apex programming, then this is the name that you will use rather than this name. This is a user-friendly name. This is the API name. Whenever you want to use this objects through a Apex program, then this is the name you are going to use. __C represents it's a custom object. Salesforce gave us the flexibility to create your own objects. So that's why __C represents it's a custom object. Now we have created the object. The next thing is we need to create our application to which this object will be part of. So how to do that, we will see it in the next tutorial. So I will see you then. Thank you.